Hi everybody, this is Gail Steves and I'm going over week 14 news note for you. I want to wish everybody a happy Easter and a happy Passover. So we're celebrating that on Sunday. This week we'll be on campus for office hours on Wednesday, April 24th from 5 p.m. until 7 p.m. We'll be at the HGTC Myrtle Beach campus, Building 1000, room 1285. This is where we have our AAPC meetings. You can come for some of the meeting or you can come for all of the meetings, so it's up to you how you want to do that. You will have access to your South Padre Medical Center internship program on your Evolve account for 1 year. From the beginning of the date that you activated it. Please feel free to continue to use that to help you grow as good coders. Also, it will help you with reviewing things like your ICD-10, your CPT, HICS-PICS information. So please make sure that you're working on that. And it will help you go through the process of all the different ones. You can start at number one, and work all the way down. Some of them, as you've seen, especially last week, you see that some of the reports are on the same patient as you continue on. So please feel free to do that. Also, remember to download your corrected reports so you can bring them with you to a job interview. That is amazing work that you have done this semester. I'm going to skip a tad bit just down to here because I'm going to go on to the AAPC website. When you are doing your final exam, you'll be using all your 3 code books, your CPT, your ICD-10, your HICS-PICS. Your exam is done at home. You're not going to be going to school. This is a timed test based on the AAPC exam. The test must be completed by May 8th at 9 o'clock. I will open the test up on Saturday, May 4th at 12 o'clock a.m. And let's go over to what I want to talk about with the AAPC. I am hoping that you'll start joining the AAPC. The membership is $150. I know that a few of you have already joined. The $170 may be a struggle for you. I know that, but in the long run, it will be worth it. You will be putting that you are an AAPC member on your resume once you are an AAPC member, along with CPC eligible. That means that you have completed your study to become certified. So this would be important as you become an AAPC member. You'll find a lot of resources on there. It's great to networking opportunities there. They have discussion pages that are broken down by specialty. Also, remember that the AAPC will have, my AAPC will have a certification review class on September 14th. Let me know if you're going to be attending or if you have any questions. I will enjoy seeing you guys at meetings as we grow to become colleagues, not just instructors and students. I am so thrilled when that happens. I have so many students that are involved in the AAPC, and it's such a wonderful thing to watch my babies grow into wonderful coders and active members of the AAPC. So it makes me happy. So I'm going to go over some of the things that are going to be helpful for your AAPC certification. So we're going to click onto the AAPC website. Your membership, to become a member, you would be under individual. It's $170. It is $90 if you took your testing or your schooling through the AAPC. And believe me, the AAPC is a lot more money than Horry Georgetown. So it will be worth it for you if you can do that. So that would be your join now price. And then you want to be doing your certification when you're ready to do your certification. So let's go over to the CPC exam. And let me see what we can do. So it talks to you about what the CPC exam is. It's 150 multiple choice questions, 5 hours and 40 minutes to finish it. There is a 1 free retake. It is $425. There are times when they are giving you that for cheaper money, or that they give you a bundle with that. So I'm going to show you what this is. This is open book because you'll be using your coding manuals only. You will be using your CPT, your HICS-PICS, and your ICD-10 codes. And this is what it covers. It covers the 10,000 series, which is your integumentary, the 20,000 series, the 3,000 series, the 4,000 series, 5,000 series, and the 6,000 series. These are all of your surgery type things in here. Evaluation and management, anesthesia, radiology, laboratory and pathology, medicine, anatomy, and medical terminology, ICD-10, and HICS-PICS level. So we can just click on that, and it will tell you that there's 10 questions on that. And there's also ICD-10 in throughout the whole testing, so it's not just going to be there. Your HICS-PICS, there's 5 questions on your HICS-PICS. Talks about modifier supplies and medication. So these are good things to keep on there. Coding guidelines, there's 6 questions. This is what we go over in our ICD-10 class. It's really important that you're looking at your CPT. You should be familiar with all of those guidelines. 5 questions on compliance and regulatory. So these may be fraud and abuse, NCI edits, NCD, LCDs. These are just different things that you may want to highlight in your book. In your HICS-PICS book, there are some of that information, I believe, and definitely in your CPT book. So you want to make sure that in your guidelines you put some of that information in there when you're marking up your books. Okay, so your certification requirements that you have to, we recommend having an associate's degree, but of course it's not required. You have to do your examination fee has to be paid for at the time that you supply your application. You have to be a current AAPC member. A CPC designation must have at least 2 years of medical coding experience. So you have 1 year of coding experience because you've taken a class, so that is considered 1 year. So you would become certified as a CPCA through that. Let's see. Once you become a member and are certified, you have to do 36 continuing education units annually. So that is why a lot of people come to our AAPC meetings, so they can get their CEUs. You have to have a 70% or higher. If you are for examinees who do not pass the areas of study categories with a score of 65 or less are provided for examinees preparation. The areas of study reported scores are based on the number of questions in each category. So you could have had a 70 or higher, but you may have scored less than a 65. So they're going to suggest that you continue on and studying that, even though you may have gotten a 70 or above, but you will be graduating with a high. You'd still get your CPC. Okay, so let's go to studying for these CPC exam prep. So you wouldn't need to have any of this because you've already taken this, as well as you've been taking your AAPC, your course through us and not through them. So you don't need a CPC preparation course. Online exam reviews. These are really good for you. They have different bundles here. They are $79 for members, and you get 3 different quizzes, 3 different exams. The exams itself will show you your times on how you're doing for your times. So I really do suggest that you do that. So there is an add-on here for the examination bundle is for $79.95. If you get so you don't need that review class. So if you become AAP membership like that, you get that off of there. Although you wouldn't want that. I'm sorry. A study guide for members is $95, so you can add that on. And and you don't need the books because you already have that. So those would be some things that you would want to look for. The study guide is very, very important to you to review. Um, it's it really does help you with your learning how to use that book. That book itself, when we do your review classes, we use that all the time. And there are a lot of questions that are done specifically through that study guide. So I want to show you the study guide here. And again, you can do more bundling on here. You can do an exam, you can do the study guide, and you can do 3 practice exams for $554.95. Yes, I know it's a lot of money. The exam itself alone is $425. The exams alone are $99, and the study guide is $99. So when you add that all up, you're getting a little better value. But again, if you can't afford to get any of that stuff, I do recommend you at least get the study guide. You can purchase some study guides online through other companies. So you can, through Amazon, if you look in there, they do have some study guides that do have some tests. But of course, they're not going to be exactly like the ones you would have with the AAPC. You may be able to find an old AAPC study guide on there too. So I wouldn't go anything under 2018. So I wouldn't go 2017. I'd go 2018 if you could not afford the 2019 one. But it really does help with those study exams for you guys, really, because you may think that you're doing pretty well, and you may be, but you may not have. You may run out of time if you don't have enough time to study through that and get your time quicker as you're going through those exams. And they do help. The exams, what I like about those exams myself is that when you finish your whole 50, again, it will tell you what your time frame is, and you need to have 5 hours and 40 minutes. Seems like a long time. So it really isn't when you have to read all of these things, because read. There's so much to read. Also, if when you hit that completed with your test, it'll show you which ones you got right and wrong, and then you can click on the rationale. The rationale will really, really help you guys figuring out what they need. So this is where you mark up your books and put the tips that they're putting in there for you, so you'll know how to get those right answers when you come and do that. So this is just a brief information on the AAPC. I am hoping that this all helps you. And you know where I am. You know how to get in touch with me. Feel free to text me, and maybe we can get together and talk about it somewhere. If you want to meet at Books A Million, we can do that, so I can help you get to where you need to be reviewing the AAPC. You guys have a great week, and I hope to see you on Wednesday. Thank you.